Create or consume? Why create when you can consume? I'm Chris Corsello, and you're watching The Daily Dose. So I arrived home the other day, and I looked across the street. I haven't lived here that long, so I don't know my neighbors across the street. But clearly in the front window of the house, the light was on. You could plainly see in without even a glance. And I saw my neighbor across the street playing his guitar to an empty room. So I thought, is he practicing for performance? Is he part of a band? Why is he creating music in an empty room? Now, surely he could be creating music just for the joy of creating music for himself. But isn't it much easier to consume? In this electronic age, it's so easy to just go ahead and play music. You can stream it. There's so many devices, we all know that. I won't get into that. But why create? I mean, we're at a time, especially now, where there has never been more entertainment more readily accessible than there is today. So why create? I transposed that same question onto myself. As I thought about it for a moment, pondered what my neighbor was doing, does it matter if he's ever performing for an audience? Does it matter if he's part of a band? Maybe he's just practicing his skill, which will benefit him if he wants to play in front of even a couple of friends, maybe around a campfire or something. Or maybe he is a performer. Maybe he is part of a band. Maybe he is rehearsing. I don't know for sure, but the more I pondered it and transposed it onto my own creations, video making, and of course I have to plug my main channel here, NorCal Corsello. And anybody watching this by now should probably already know that I have a channel that I produce videos that are more work. The last video, I spent about 20 hours overall counting research, editing, shooting, titles, color correction, all that kind of stuff. If you haven't seen that, check that out. Maybe I'll link that into this as well. But that's not the point. I started asking myself, why do I create content here on YouTube? There is plenty. I think the CEO said something like 4 hours of videos uploaded every minute. There's an enormous amount of content. And if you look at things that Netflix is producing and HBO is producing these days, and even the networks, I mean, you could argue that we're in a golden age of television even. I mean, the content that these networks are producing now are cinematic quality. We can gorge ourselves on entertainment in today's world. So why create? I mean, especially my daily dose videos, I mean, some of these things have 2 or 3 views. Some of them may never get more than that. A few of them, I'm surprised, are getting a few more views. I appreciate the bullhorn, the microphone, so to speak. I think the real value in it is I got home from work today. I could have just sat down and spoon-fed myself some entertainment all night long until I'm obese with entertainment. And I think a lot of Americans do that. They overconsume entertainment and they stifle their own creativity. So to me, it's a matter of self-improvement. It doesn't matter if anybody ever watches these videos. It's sort of a record of what I was thinking about on February 28, 2018. It sort of forces me to cohesively put my thoughts together, or when I make an observation and ponder it and come to a conclusion, it allows me to have some sort of summation, right, of what I pondered and what I concluded, and hopefully to make that a part of my being and a part of my understanding of the world and the value of self and the value of self-improvement. And to me, this is honing a skill. It's something that I enjoy, but it also leaves something lasting, if for no one else than myself. As a reminder, it still is something of greater value than me just sitting back and watching something that's been produced by someone else. Now, don't get me wrong, I very much enjoy sitting back, relaxing, and being entertained by much of the great media we have today in music and film and television. But I think it's important that we balance that with our own creativity. I think it's important that people have a creative outlet. This is my primary creative outlet. And so I guess I keep doing this because as much as I would love to have something of an audience, I also would love to have more feedback from the viewers I have, even if it's only a handful of viewers, to share their ideas and help me develop. I pondered this, I concluded this, but you know what? There's definitely things that I didn't consider. I think this is also an opportunity to be a learning experience, to get some other perspectives, to add ideas to my own ponderings. And so it serves as a record, it hones my skills, it improves my communication skills, it's a creative outlet, and hopefully it can be a learning experience. And if it's none of those things, I think there's still more value in doing this than there is in just watching television, watching a movie, listening to pre-recorded music. So there you have it. There's my thought for the day, if you will. Creative outlet. It's good for the soul. It's good for the mind. And I think it helps reduce stress. And I think it's important. I think we all need to make sure we're expressing our creativity in some way. But also consume. You should come to the Daily Dose and consume content. You should come watch NorCal Corsello and consume content, and then go forth and create. Anyway, I'll link some stuff up here. I don't know, maybe subscribe buttons or videos from one channel or the other. But check them out. I'd really appreciate it. Hit that like button. Really, it'll help me get more views, which I'd really appreciate. If you enjoyed this at all and you support what I'm doing, I'd love your help with that. And all you have to do is hit the like button. So I make videos every day, and I appreciate your time, and thanks for watching.